The good Lord made me so no one can break me. Still standing, still strong, and I'm fly.
What's going on, YouTube family? Let's talk about it, right? Okay. Now, first thing before I get into my topic, right? I want to send a shout out to my sister, Sister Angelie, the radical home sister. I've been knowing her for a while. We do communicate and correspond back and forth, whatever, tight bond and everything. And I appreciate your sister for mentioning me and referencing my channel, in one of your latest shares. I really do appreciate that. I'm going to say that I'm not necessarily looking to become like a big major YouTube channel because I like my privacy. I don't want to be going everywhere and people, all in my face all the time and stuff like that. I'm not really up here for that. And then I'm going to go to the lessons, right? Because I know that the message that I bring is going to be a small percentage of people that is going to, as a guy put on my channel the other day, resonate with, right? So, with that being said, see, you have to realize is that the information that I'm putting out here is practical, sensical, everyday things, everyday information that you can utilize if you so choose to try to, make your standard of living more comfortable and more prosperous in this journey of life that we're on. That's what I'm trying to do for you as I do it for myself, right? So, I'm not going to send you on a lot of hype. I'm not going to, send a lot of nonsense your way or whatever. Sometimes I may get cut up, tell a joke here and there, whatever. But for the most part, it's going to be me talking, And one thing about the truth is straightforward. It's not that exciting or whatever. It's not that entertaining. I'm not here to entertain you. There's enough buffoons up here to entertain you, right? With misinformation. Excuse me, think about smoothie. So with that being the case, right, I want you guys to make sure that you get a copy of my book, Wealth Creation, Creation of Wealth, by Henry Jones on Amazon.com. You can download it for Amazon Prime. Make sure you flip through all the pages so I get credit for it. Also get buy a copy of it. It's $8.99. I did a video reading like a few chapters out of it, or a few sections out of it. You can check that out as well. Also, I'm on Patreon, Elder Brother Khalid. Go there, check me out, man. You want to sign up, great. If not, then so be it. Oh well, it is what it is, right? So now, right, this video is not necessarily what you think it's going to be, right? Because a lot of the things that's going on, a lot of things that's happening on YouTube and in a reflection of real life, I'm well beyond that stuff, man. I've already did it, lived it, and I ain't trying to go back and do it again. So I'm just trying to pass on information that I have to you guys to help your come up, to help your travel in this journey. Understand what I'm saying, right? So, we're in a state now of what I would call gender wars, right? Where it's gender against gender, man against woman, female against male. And I'm really going to emphasize, especially in the black community, right? You got all these, female feminists, Me Too movements. Then you have like the alpha male, red pill guys on the other side. And it's like, it's a bunch of confusion, right? And the only thing that they're succeeding in doing is assisting in destroying, the family unit. That's the only thing that's happening. They're destroying the family unit, whereas there's man, there's woman, and then there's child or children. And that's the way that things are intended to be in its right context, in its proper nature. You know, we're not meant to be out here having multiple partners and stuff like that. That's why you have all the crime going on. You know, that's why you have all the venereal diseases and things like that happening or whatever, because of our behavior. You know, and that's what I'm trying to help you guys understand, because, you know, I'm beyond and above trying to prove myself to a woman or my sexual prowess and stuff like that. That's a young fool's game, you know, and I'm trying to do my best to mature as I get older, you know, and not be an old fool, you know, because I'm a good man, I'm a loving father. I do my best to be as honest as I can. You know, I try to do right by those who do right by me. And if you don't appreciate and like those qualities in a man, then I'm not the man for you, nor are you the woman for me. You know, and nor can you come at me and try to play me and dupe me with feminine games. Because I've been around the block, on the interstate, to the store, back, cross state lines, came back home, and been around the block again. So that ain't gonna work on me, right? And what it is, we have a generation of millennials and those who have come after millennials that have come up in fatherless homes. And what is happening is that they're trying to redefine what a man is. You know, they try to redefine what or how men and women should interact and be with one another. And in the process, like I say, they're destroying the family unit and they're destroying the fabric of society with this nonsense. Yes, there is such a thing as human nature, but we are a higher species. We are higher evolved than the animals. So we are supposed to try to practice how to control our instincts, our nature, with our intelligence and our spirituality. First and foremost, our spirituality, and then our intelligence. And it's a lifelong journey fixing things about ourselves because of the bad behaviors that we have learned and some of the genetic traits that we have received from our mother and fathers and stuff like that. You know, good and bad. You know, so it's not like women are this, women are negative, you know, you can't trust them, stuff like that, because in this day and time, you can't trust anybody, man or woman. Now, women are the weaker side of man because woman was taken out of man. So all the strengths and all the frailties that we have, she has as well, but she is a weaker version than us. That's just the truth, you know. And as far as these, you know, Kevin Samuels and alpha male strategies and, you know, Stephen's Code, you know, all these guys are just trying to capitalize off of your ignorance, right? Because they're feeding the negativity that you really already preconceived about how you want to feel about women and men and life and everything else. So it's an easy buy-in. And one thing about negative people is that they have a knack for being able to organize. Positive people, righteous people, until someone comes along, we just kind of straggle along over here, over there, doing this, doing that. But for some reason, we cannot organize and mobilize to the same degree that they do. You look at Kevin Samuel and his cronies that are around him, that's doing YouTube supporting him. You look at, you know, Alpha Male Strategy, Stephen's Code, and the other two guys, they got their little podcast going on, you know. And based off the lessons, right, referring back to what I was saying earlier, I know that 85% of the deaf, dumb, and blind who are taught to believe in the mystery God, you know, are going to go with the 10%. The 10% are the slave makers of the poor who teach the 85% of deaf, dumb, and blind about the mystery God. Understand what I'm saying? Because they're organized and they're fun and they're entertaining, you know, regardless of how derogatory it is towards a group of people or an individual or person or whatever. 85% are going to go with that. They're going to go with the 10%, right? And then 5% are going to come and go with those who they identify with, who they know are telling the truth. But the only thing is that they won't stay with you for long. They'll venture off and go someplace else and do other things, right? And that is the problem, you know. And that's why I try to teach the truth of what is going on I try to present you. I try to present you information that's going to help you in this journey. Not a whole lot of foolishness. You know, that's why you really don't hear me talking about a whole lot of like, you know, black power, you know, progressive conversation, because that's my foundation. That's what I come out of, as you see in my pictures that I posted, right? So that's always a part of me. That's always going to be, you know, a cornerstone in my life. But I see that the movement has been compromised, you know, and it's just a hustle. And I don't have to proclaim that in all my conversations, all my videos, because that is embodied in who I am. That's what my father raised me to be. A lot of these guys, compared to me, are newcomers. I'm their elder, because my father was teaching me back in the 70s and the 80s. A lot of these guys are coming along, you know, past, you know, 10, 20 years, early 2000s, whatever. I go all the way back to the 70s with this information. When it wasn't cool, when it wasn't a thing to do. When black people, white people were in opposition to being conscious. But we didn't call it conscious then, we called it being righteous. I'm trying to be a righteous man. I'm trying to be the original man, a reflection of the original man. So I'm saying, who's the original man? The original man is the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization. That's who he is. You know, you are the father of righteousness. You can't be the father of righteousness doing unrighteous things. Destroying the family bond, destroying the family unit, being lustful, being carnal. That's not being righteous. We say that you're conscious and you woke. What are you conscious to? What are you woke to? That's not telling me anything. You can be conscious and woke to how to hustle people, how to get over on people. You know, and there's a whole lot more important things going on than just dating and being deceived by men and women. Man, this world is changing. There's so much that's going on so fast. And there's so many things that people are saying that this is happening, that is happening. And I'm not sure exactly what is what, but I can tell you that one thing I am sure of is my faith and trust in God Almighty. Regardless of who planning what and what going on, God is in control. You know, one thing I am going to tell you, right, and try to educate you on is, number one, is that you need to be trying to, you know, make sure that your finances are straight. You need to be trying to make sure that your health care is straight, that your eating habits are straight, that your exercising is on point, because I'm working on that as well myself, because we're going into a time, right, where people don't want to care for people you aren't able to have. If you don't have health insurance, you aren't able to pay your doctor bills, stuff like that. You know, they're dumping people out in the streets and stuff like that who can't pay doctor bills, stuff like that, in their gowns and stuff. They're showing you what's going on. I have a video now, right? It's called Retailing Jobs. They're saying by 2025, they plan on having no more cashiers. Everything will be automated in grocery store, convenience stores, etc. So whereas one time you may have 100 cashiers, you may get that down to about 20 or 30. Rotating shifts. You know, you go to Walmart, whatever, you see what? You see like 8 self-checkouts and one person or 2 people manning all 8 of those self-checkouts. The jobs are going to disappear. They're already trying to automate what? Your delivery with drones. They're trying to automate vehicles, Ubers, taxis, truck drivers. You know, the bedrock of our economy. They're automating these things. And once they think they got to handle it, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to slowly start phasing out these jobs. And then they're going to try to figure out someplace else to go to try and, you know, earn an income. Because once they figure out how to automate everything, truck drivers are going to go away. Because trucks going to be able to drive themselves. Because Uber already working on it. I think someone was killed in California, so they had to take. They didn't stop doing it. They didn't stop doing it. But America, the U.S. said that they couldn't, you know, test drive it over here any longer. So they took it over to Australia. So they're still working on it. So as automation starts to fill in these manufacturing jobs, things of that nature, what are you gonna do? There's not gonna be enough tech support jobs, because machines will break down because everything is fallible. You know, so what are you gonna do? That's what you need to be thinking about. Because that is what's going on. You know, so that's why I'm coming to you. You know, trying to drop this science on you and everything, man. Because it's bigger than just all this footage that we watch on YouTube. You have your time to be entertained, to watch the buffoonery of Kevin Samuels and all of them or whatever, and them belittling people. Then you need to come and get some real good information. Some things that are going to help you day to day. But I know that 85% of y'all don't really care. You know, you want to be entertained, and you're sitting at home doing nothing besides trying to point the finger at somebody and want somebody to be belittled, you know, on somebody's podcast or whatever, while they go to the bank. And you see, as many people has come out against him, you have a whole bunch of other people that are supporting him, that are dominating him. His views and channels, stuff like that, is going up. And hey, to each his own. As I said, you be your way, to me be mine. That's cool. You know, but him and his crew, hey, they're consolidating what they got. They're going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. Because I see what's coming down the road. And by the grace of God, I'm prepping for it. You know, but I'm not going to sell out for it. You know, I'm not going to, you know, compromise my integrity for it, my beliefs for it. You know, and people will come at you like that. They think that you have something going on for yourself. They think that you're brilliant, you're talented. They come at you and be like, hey man, look, you'll be okay. You know, if you just go along, you just, you know, just do this here. You know, and that's the offer that comes to you and stuff like that. And majority of people, when they go to the mountaintop, they see everything that they could potentially have or what they can have a part of at that mountaintop. A lot of them fall for it. I wasn't raised like that. My father wasn't like that. My mother's not like that. I'm not like that. You know, that's what I'm here to tell you. So, you know, if you rock with me, you rock with me. You don't rock with me, you don't rock with me. I'm good either way. Because this journey, you know, is a journey as an individual, but it's also great to have companions that go on this individual with you. Yes, having some of the things of this life is nice. But when you love the things of this world, and you want to compromise who you are to have those things or whatever, then you ain't trustworthy to anybody else or to yourself. And if you read this book, I tell you here that, hey, you know, that money is not everything. That some of the richest people in the world are some of the most unhappiest people in the world. And that with money, it can also increase your phobias about things that you have issues with. It don't necessarily fix them. That's work that you have to do for yourself, on yourself, through prayer, reading scripture, and meditation. And surround yourself around good people. You know. So if you're feeling me, you don't mind me wearing my shades, cool. Come on and get with your boy. You know what I'm saying? Rock with me. You know, interact with me, engage with me. We can build. If you ain't feeling me, okay. Sun gonna keep rising, fall to the good Lord say so. You know. And we gonna go through our phase of being young, you know, being young adults, being middle aged, being old, and passing on. Then the good Lord allow this blue marble keep turning. Next generation to come about. Because as you get older, you should realize that the things that you think are so important are not as important. Because this life ain't but a minute. You know, and man, as the Bible and the Quran say, is arrogant. Arrogant. We are a little marble floating around in space in our solar system, in this galaxy called the Milky Way, right? And there are billions and trillions of stars and galaxies out there and solar systems. We are like a grain of sand on the one grain of sand on the planet, not on the beach, like grain of sand on the beach, but grain of sand on this planet. There's trillions of stars out there, trillions of galaxies and solar systems. And people who speak to what is beyond that are only using their imagination, backed by their, mythical, new numbers and mathematical equations and things of that nature. But no one knows. No one knows that there's life beyond this planet. For anybody to say that there isn't, they're arrogant, and they're ignorant. Because with trillions of stars in this universe, how can we say what's out there beyond what we know? We can't even get to the edge of our solar system. You hear what I'm telling you? So don't be ignorant. Say, I don't know. You gotta say, I know what's out there. I don't know. You know, that's called humility. And I'm trying to bring out some wisdom, man. So I think going forward, whatever, I'm going to be talking more about Islam and also Judaism and Christianity, and try to bring it to the forefront over the next few videos that I do for like kind of everyday topics, whatever. I want to kind of put that toward my Patreon. If you're interested in hearing about the information and stuff like that, you know, you check out my Patreon and stuff. But you know, because with everything going on, man, you know, and what we see happening, you know, we need to be on our knees praying. You know, because you got to think about Sodom and Gomorrah. You got to think about Egypt during the time of Moses. You need to think about, you know, Noah during the time of the flood. You know, this is unprecedented. You know, I don't know what's going on, what's causing it, and stuff like that. But I know that, hey, we need to turn to God for forgiveness and protection during these, you know, challenging times that we're in. So, until next time, family, peace and love, stay positive, stay on the right path, do the right thing, and keep working on you, man, to make yourself better. And it's a lifelong journey. It ain't like you reach a point where you're done and finished. You're never finished in this life. But y'all can be better than what you were yesterday. But it's always an ongoing journey. None of us is perfect. I have flaws, I have issues, I have things that I had to go back. I thought I was done with that to go back and be like, man, I didn't, you know, going back and doing something I shouldn't even be doing now. So I'm not perfect. But I'm trying to work to be perfect, even though I know that's unachievable. I'm still trying to work towards that goal. To remove and discard as many vices as I have. And I'm trying to help you as well. And if you can help me, I'll take your help too. So, peace and love. Get a copy of the book, family. That's my pops on the back. You know, love that man. You know, love my mom too. You know what I'm saying? She's a beautiful person, lovely person. She ain't like this woman out here in this world, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, definitely cut from a different kind of fabric, different kind of cloth. So, start holding y'all up, man. Hope y'all watch this video in its entirety. Until next time, peace, love, and prosperity. It's your boy, Khalid is eternal, forever, forever, ever, 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 ever.